Newport, Rhode Island, home to the Hall of Fame Tennis Championships, the final events on the lawns in the 6-week grass court swing. It's a proud tournament with a focus on tradition and history.
We're a National Historic Landmark. The property's been here since 1880. We owe it to those who built the place to keep it in its original form as much as possible.
The clubhouse, it's got the old school architecture and, Tennis Hall of Fame's right behind us. So I think you do feel a little bit more of the history of tennis here, which I think is cool. It makes it a little bit more of a special event.
We also still do have the manual scoreboards with the ball kids coming up with the flip numbers, and I think everybody appreciates the balance that we have here.
To illustrate, fourth seeds in the doubles, Purav Raja and Divid Sharan picked up some wooden rackets to experience an old-school hit.
It feels great, especially on the grass, to get that slice going. I think you get a lot of pop with on the ball, so it was amazing, a great experience.
I can admire the olden days a lot more because they generated a lot of spin without really, without any help from the racket as such, and they played with a much smaller frame, so it makes you think that tennis was very different back then, and now you know why.
Well, I feel privileged to be here, obviously this is quite a historic place. I absolutely love playing on grass, so I'm having a great time, and I'm really looking forward to the next few days.
Newport is a genuine player favourite, with many relishing the chance to compete at this historic venue and on a unique type of grass.
I mean, this particular grass is more of like an old school type of feel. It's a little softer, it's a little bit more conducive to serve and volley.
Slices work well coming in. There's not many rallies from the baseline that are true bounces. It's definitely different. It's a different tool set you have to use, and it brings out a lot of different shots.
You have to play a completely different tennis. You have to be so much more aggressive, and anything can happen here. So this is why I'm coming every year, and I'm just trying my best to get a little luck here.
Bounces are very low, so it's very hard to play from the baseline, so it kind of forces you to go to the net. But for me, it's very hard to play from the baseline, so yeah, it's nice. I like it.
This year's tournament has seen upgrades to the historic site, including the addition of Hawkeye and brand new seats for Stadium Court.
But with the Hawkeye, it's great additions, and a challenge system, it's awesome because it brings like the modern tennis to the old school courts.
And the center court is beautiful. They used to have the 3 courts and they kind of rotated from back and forth, but now they have the Hawkeye and they've just had the one main center court, and I think it's going to be great. The court's going to get worn in a bit more, just like it should in the grass court tournament towards the end of the week.
Now we've got great, beautiful, sort of old school looking stadium seating. There's a lot going on, but it's a lot of fun.
Marcos Bagdatis took the chance to research statistics provided by Infosys, the ATP World Tour's global technology service partner.
What I'm looking for, it's most of my matches is what I look is where the other person serves most of the times in important points, and my second serve, return and serve percentage on winning. So I think those 3 stats for me are very important. I think for the players it's an extra thing that can help them improve their game, and I think it's very, very important.
Championship weekend in Newport is also Enshrinement weekend. This year's Hall of Fame men's inductee, former world #1, Marat Safin.
Being the first Russian to be inducted, it's a big honor for me, to be honest. It's impossible to describe what you feel because it's really big. It's the top of the thing that happened to a tennis player after career, to be part of it, of the history. So can't complain for the life.
A setting steeped in moments from the past, the Hall of Fame Tennis Championships was ready for its next chapter to be written in 2016. Next week on ATP World Tour Uncovered, Clay Fever. We're in Gstaad, Kitzbühel and Umag. And the hard court summer is here, with the City Open raising the curtain in Washington. Don't forget to log on to atpworldtour.com and chat with us on the ATP's official social network, MyATP, powered by Vixlet, and on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. See you next week.